Bana may be one of our biggest stars in Hollywood, but at home in Melbourne, he's a seriously grounded bloke and a proud revhead. This week he couldn't be further from the celebrity trappings of Hollywood as he competes in the Targa Rally in Tasmania. I caught up with him before the race for this exclusive interview.
Let's make no bones about this. This is not something Al Gore would embrace, but it's not something I drive every day.
Eric's talking about the first car he ever bought, a 1974 XB Falcon that looked nothing like it does today.
It's pretty much stuffed, yeah. And I stuffed it up a bit more over the next 10 years, and then over the next sort of 10 years I basically restored it 3 times, and this is it.
But it's not just about owning a head-turning ride. Eric has competed in motoring events for years, racing Porsches. He's also driven in a number of rallies. Tell me about the Targa.
Basically, we shut down Tasmania for a week and close off large sections of roads, and we get set off 30 seconds apart from each other and get to go as fast as humanly possible.
Eric's been married to Rebecca for some 10 years. Does she mind having a husband with a lead foot?
Yeah, she probably has concerns, but so do I. Look, I have 2 kids and a wonderful wife and a fantastic career. I'd be lying if I said that I never think about it. I do, and I think it's an important part of your preparation. Might want to think about quit. I did a movie with Robert Duvall, and I was asking him about how he managed to survive all through the 60s and 70s when everyone else was going into rehab and you know, kind of destroying their lives. And he said to me, he said, "You gotta have hobbies. I always rode horses. Always horses. You gotta have hobbies."
Eric's co-starring with Robert Duvall in the upcoming Lucky You. In it, he plays a professional poker player. You've got 2 movies coming out next month. You've now...
I apologise for that. Twice in 1 month.
Thinking of sending him to St. Joseph's.
The other film is Romulus, My Father, an Aussie movie about a migrant family.
Yes, but I have an idea.
When I read it, it very much moved me, and I guess a lot of it is subconsciously that background is ingrained in myself because I'm the son of migrants who you know, hopped on a boat, came out to Australia to start a new life for themselves. And
Eric recently spoke out about the federal government's proposed tougher rules for migrants, including stricter language tests.
And I'm a classic example of being a child of 2 migrants who came here with great intentions and wanted to make a new life for themselves and their family, and I've benefited from that. So if it were the case that that the rules were so strict as to not have allowed people like my grandparents to have come here in the first place, well, obviously that stings a bit.
With 2 films to promote in May, Eric certainly has his hands full. But before he returns to work, he'll be climbing back into the driver's seat for this week's Targa Tasmania. What is that thing?
We put dim sims in here. We cook up dim sims during the race when we get hungry. We just put a couple in there, let them boil.
I want to have another listen to it though. Okay. Will you start it up again?
Only if you come for a drive.
I'll come. Are you kidding? I'm in.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. I won't be offended if I ask you to take them off if I think you're going to scratch something.
Can I touch the car?
Yeah, you can touch that.
I want the record to show that someone has taken some paint off this and it wasn't me with my shoes. See, look. I promise it wasn't me.
Another rebuild. Spray painter's not going to be happy.
I promise it wasn't me. Cool car, nice bloke. Now, Eric and co-driver Tony Romano raced in the prologue section of the Targa today, ending up in the middle of the pack. Racing continues through the week, finishing in Hobart on Sunday. Coming up after the break, the mum who became